Blessed, welcome to another episode of My Two Cents Podcast. I'm your host, TU-LOX'S, the 876 Rebel. And as usual, today's episode will be brought to you by Rebel 13 Collections, where creativity lives. Seen? I'm going to remind you again to support the merchandise. Seen? www.rebel13.net or 876-898-9888. Alright, and for all of the people who go up on the website and don't see the updated version of the merchandise, you can just simply, it's not hard, follow me on Instagram. You understand? Follow me at Twin of Twins TU-LOX'S. Follow me at Rebel 13 Collections. Seen? And also, do remember, we do everything printing except fingerprinting. And today's episode is also brought to you by Madvert Multimedia. If it's not Madvert, it's not an advert. Seen? AV Auto Body Repairs. Check them out on Instagram at AV Auto Body Repairs. Now before me play today's song, me find it ironic for know the same subject matter we're going to talk about today. It's around that song. Seeing so for all of the people them way miss somebody in a them life. So me say like how me miss my mother. Big up yourself, Miss Lou. Seeing? Big up Kerry. Big up Mitchie. Big up Carlos. Big up all of my friends them will drop out. So, the song I'm going to play today is a youth named Prince Empire. One of the men from the east to Sedway. Seeing? So, all who have somebody where they're missing in them life, I know so that everybody on earth. Just pray that one here, that youth here come do it, him named Prince Empire.
Can't forget the past. Can't forget my dogs. No. I feel my cuz.
Yo, dance guy.
This is the life. This is the gym. Remember when me never have nothing for it. No man a fly. No way up and I do it. Them never used to see we, but now them a pray. But me still feel there for my cousin we past. Even though that life still missing my dog. Remember when we used to get back, when we used to laugh. Nowadays my mind still stuck in the past. Can't forget the days them. Can't forget the time when we never have patience. Know you're out on the pavement. Know you're in a bad vibes, lose your life cause a fake friend. We used to play PlayStation. Now me hear on news that you don't stay.
Cool, so me that tell you no, mad. Alright, Prince Empire, pick up yourself. So now just check out the spelling on the video and then you can find him on him social media them and the rest of some them with that spelling there. See? Prince Empire. Alright, my fans them know how me normally do my thing. See? I respect the fans, so sometimes I just jump out and more time they ask me one or two things and I will just come deal with it. You see me I say? So the fans them in my inbox and them ask me say, yo, what me think about that story? But I mean according to the fans and the amount of requests that I get for do it, I got to touch on it and the subject name Canis Jackson. That are the girl right there at Portmore. See? First, me have to say, condolences to the family. It's never easy to lose a loved one. You understand? And the toughest thing every day you gotta get up and question yourself for the rest of your life. See? Even when you might think say it's gone, it just peep up back itself. So all me can say right now, condolences, hold strong. So to the episode now, I get straight tonight. Seeing for me lose the lighting. Alright. And the next thing I'm going to make the people them know is this. It's even see me release a video with a song and then when you're looking at the video and you see a song, the song come up with copyright issues. So I have to take it out of the video. Not take down the video and take it out of the video. So if you see a video when we look like me introduce somebody and then when you're looking to see the video or anything, you know so that video that take out. As some you're going to do it from now on. So the next thing is, somebody show them me, I'm going to try to read out one question. Now today's question is, see, now to the question I come from a girl named Cherise. Now what Cherise is asking is this. She said, Blessed TU-LOX'S, what do you think about these wicked men going around killing our women? I want to hear your views on that. And then she make a hashtag where say, hashtag, stop killing our women. Alright Cherise, I'm going to talk to you now. See, you know what the hashtag they suggest to me? Stop the killing of our women. That mean the man them can go there. That's how me look on it. See? The hashtag and the movement and the sign and all of that garbage should be stop the killing of our people. Anybody at all who can show me a bullet right now that only kills upon gender recognition, may pack up my show, apologize to everybody who ever watch it and never say another word again. I mean it literally. People not for dead, not just one gender. And when we reach us up, if you so selfish in a year head, I mean not talk about you, Cherise, but ask the question. If somebody could have created that idea there, which we all know where it come from, I named feminism. That is something I despise right through without no apology to nobody. Feminists are idiots without an apology. How is feminism and the rest of them type of movement there different from racism? When a white man is saying better than a black man, somebody explain that. When a woman says she better than a man, or a man is saying better than a woman, me liken it onto racism. And me come up with a term for it named gender supremacy. See, just like you have the white supremacy, a gender supremacy are going now. No apology to nobody. You not try to contradict the balance with Jamaica. For man and woman come together and create one perfect union. It's called a balance. We have to apply ourselves to the balance. White need black and black need white. Alright, watch this. A white people did bring black people and slavery down. But a white people, if it wasn't for white people, the underground railroad couldn't work. Never. If white people never agree that slavery was done, the underground railroad would have never worked. And white people did have in them house hide at the risk of being called nigger lovers and rejected by them perfect Aryan brothers. Gender supremacy is the modern day version of slavery. One come with forced labor and one come with emotional oppression. Because no matter who you are on earth, if one gender said them better than the other gender go prove say I'm a person. Them are always in a constant state of trying to prove who they are. So if you think slavery did wicked, try gender supremacy. The world reached so far and the people get so lost and so caught up in them own self-greed, self-importance, self-needs, self-gratification. That's we not even know again when we are chat fuckery. We don't even know when we are chat bullshit. We don't even know. And that is clear when you see we are promote. Stop the killing of our women. Like say one gender better than the other. And as some see it and as some you always see it. See? And the same foolishness we are promote like Black Lives Matter. One of the worst movements ever come on earth. Every life matter. White need black and black need white to create a balance. Without balance, nothing can work. Every batch have a positive and a negative. So them narrative here, when I show out in the world, say one gender better than the other. Gender supremacy for go. Anybody will apply themselves to that for go. All on an idiot. Anybody will believe in that on a dunce. All if you have PhD, ABC, JBC, all the accolades in the world are dunce. Anybody will believe in that. Feminism or otherwise can fuck off. You're not separatist. Anybody with separatist mentality, you're sick. You know, have all kind of movements, all kind of women's lib and this and that and pray and stop the violence against women. But let me ask you something. If only woman should be protected, remember when I say man to protect woman, you know, but if we leave our head back careless and then kill off the man them, who are going to protect the woman them? Because remember, you know, someone are going to say, oh, see, if all of them on them dead, we all right. No. Nobody, no contemptuous like woman and confrontational and live bad. And full of guile and hatred and bitterness like woman. So if all of the man them dead have left uno, at them time you're not going to see your girl dead. If you don't feel a joke. And the woman them show say them sicker by the minute, not for them. By just the mere fact say, listen, you don't complain about everything, you don't sick, you know, you don't sick bad. You don't complain about everything, you don't have International Women's Day. You don't have the best thing on earth, a Mother's Day. Father's Day is little or no more. Has never ever been an important day on earth. Women are so lauded and respected. Everybody sing about the woman them. You are praised. And no matter the glory where you no get, you no can't satisfy. Me can name you some myth on earth. And the number one myth, me not have to read the whole list, is that there is a good father. That are the narrative where you no paint out there. That's why the situation not change. That is why we have so much single mother home. Because you know, embrace being single mothers. Matter of fact, you are now being paid. See? Because if you think it wicked for the whole world love uno so, like how them love uno now, and praise uno, and giving all the accolades. Pure mama song, count the father song them. And if you still feel like say the world just out to get uno sick, and if you think say it's wicked to be a woman, where obviously I receive all the praises, try be a man. We take care of all I'm picking them, and no matter why you're never a good father, in most cases. Because the narrative has already been written. Say man no good. So everybody just automatically believe it, and we are treated as outcasts in a society. No matter what we do, you never hear the accolades and the respect. See? Everything concerning woman is celebrated, but if you ask the woman them, they have got no rights, no love, no respect, no nothing. You know how them, you know you have to sick to subscribe to the mentality there. And this is not me generalizing. You have great women who have great understanding. Depends on how they were raised. When we are going to change them backward bullshit here, where most of it cultured pan. When we are going to rewrite with culture. When we are going to disconnect from toxicity, bitterness, grudge, self-hate, all these things. When we are going to go back to having symbiotic relationships. When you think cause all of them problems here. When you see I go on in the earth now, where men just seemingly just get up and murder a woman. When you think cause, remember, you know, we can't just look on the murder, then we have to look on the cause. What caused this? And this is not me trying to justify any type of murder. But something caused it. There can be no effect without cause. Balance. You see that? See it? Alright. These men, remember, you know, 80 to 90% of the homes them in the world are single mother home. I always preach this, but I keep on reminding you. I know enough women don't like hear this, but it's true. Remember, you know, when you put up a facade like you're perfect. That is why most of you when time on spoil on the youth and only teach on the youth them take care of a woman. This is me talk about boy pick me now. You don't go teach a youth them to take care of a woman, nothing else. So you don't teach on the son them say, yo, women have faults. You don't own a woman. If a woman don't like you anymore, make she go on. See, so basically me say that to say this, only not teach on the youth them to accept rejection. Brother, you know enough to know? Only know one girl. And every girl make for every man. You know much girl reject me, I'll call me sweet. I know every girl make for every man. Every girl now go want you. But you have some man, once a girl no want them. And the worst girl, them say the worst things about her, them beat against her. Them go Fox can't get the grip. Don't go Fox. Go Fox. Go Logics. I know every girl go want you. You're sick. Alright, check that scenario and the situation, you know. See a video with a man. Like a woman show some things for him. Clarendon or one of them places. See? She show some things for him. Let me see a next video when the man jump off a wall and chop the woman in her face, you know. Chop the woman in her face. And I like say the woman have a knife or a weapon or something where him life feel threatened. And him decides to defend himself. I saw no defense. The man just take up the long machete and just chop the woman in her face. And when mankind gets so cold. And as bad as that sound, me have a question to ask. Who are raising these men? Most of these men who are doing the killing and by women. We live in our society where if one girl go over one yard and some man violate the little girl over there, wicked violation, 4 of them, and it come out in the community say that go on and maybe she got a station or whatever the case. Even the police them some of the time dumb enough to ask where you go over there for. Like say the world now a free place and people can go where them want to go. Them no ask who rip her and how come she get ripping up. Them start blame the victim for over there. You can believe that? And the world that we are living in now, we gone cold, victim blaming. You can imagine badness somebody get violated. If you don't think murder wicked, because people look at murder like the only crime, you know. I mean soon talk about that. But them don't understand the trauma will come with somebody violate your personal space, tear off your clothes, and do what they want to do with you. Enough people don't understand that. And in a Jamaican culture, we look on it like it's normal. Believe it or not, when me grow as a youth, me used to hear about battery and think it normal. Think a normal something like. Me used to think the girl agree. Some cases them agree. Because guess what? Oftentimes when they see a girl just allow 4 or 5 men to sleep with them, one time, that girl was violated some point in her life. And then guess what? She take up self-hate. She hate herself after that. And place no value whatsoever upon her body. Because guess what? You take it already, so she just start give away. So sometimes even when you think say, true, she consent, she's just a dog. No go so. She just hate herself and don't know how to live and wish somebody that just kill her. We need to focus and start. And one way them women here get violated in, you know, and just kill man and kill them, you know. We need to start. You say enough of women them we see in a society who just seem like them not care about nothing and them just big and lackadaisical and just easy. As a man look around them foot open, enough of them girl has been violated at some point in them life. We need to change a culture that blames the victim. I me see this firsthand in our culture, where the violated becomes even more violated by how society deal with them after them become violated. Something needs to be done about that. And Jamaica not do enough for victims of any kind of traumatic experience. Only the rich can afford the counselors and the psychologists and the psychiatrists and the whole I trust them. So if I could say you come from the poor class, anytime nothing like that reach you, you're just left with your own mind. You're left in your own hell. You could change them culture there. And guess who raised the men? If you think that way, same woman. No for when son get accused of these things and I first run out and say, oh, I know him. Kind girlfriend pretty and a girl that we are saying do that. You serious? I'm gonna remind you again. Said them boy, the way I kill off the people them pick me, were raised by women. And I can say, no for now come now with no misogynistic and this and that and some word where I not just learn. But I can tell you something about that boy. I don't care. If you don't like how I talk, unsubscribe. I care zero. I chew on the daily. I'm talking about Canis now, see? I'm shocked and disappointed. Shocked because we can't believe that in a today world, still have man who feels them own woman front. And I not talk about owning woman front as it relates to Canis death. I talk about the mentality. See? Canis dead. And according to me here, she ain't never there. But guess what? Canis, just like a million of them girls nowadays, them naive. And naivety doesn't mean you're stupid. It usually comes with age. Me personally, I believe that age have nothing to do with nobody, but scientists, where the whole on the rundown says, at a young age you make dumb decisions and you're supposed to. Me not believe in that. I believe it's how it is. Anyway, Canis have this man, this 50-year-old man, and carry her to work every day and carry her back from work. And she naively thinks that this man have no intentions whatsoever. And if that man I put argument to you, I could say, look here, and you know say, you act like, you tell him say you don't want him, and him still a carry you to work, and him still a carry you home. See? So guess what happened now? You start pray this man like a link. Like me not have to pay no bus fare. Because me have free ride at work and me have free ride to go home. So guess what? Whatever I took, you kept this man as a friend in a your mind. But this one, now have it say you and him a friend in a fee mind. Because he must do gas. He must consider expenses. And some way, somehow, he must forget back all of that thing. So you know him do? Him start team you. And then you know, because you don't want to pay some bus fare or taxi fare or whatever the fare is. You don't want to pay the bus fare or the taxi fare. But it's so sad. So you end up paying with your life. So sometimes I better you pay your taxi and your bus fare. Because you never, ever, 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 ever know who you're on. All it takes is a decision. And somebody can do anything. Sometimes we lose our life for trivial reasons. Simple reasons like why you lose your life for bus fare. Taxi fare. How cheap is that? You have a job. It don't take something out of your money where you get PS. But guess what? If you did make up your mind say you don't need that money, for no reason or the other, you would have still there with it. See? And another thing, Canis, I'm disappointed, because you should have think. The morning when he pick you up now, on a specific morning that the man decides, say, he might go pick up something around him yard. Fine. You're in him car, right? Fine. So, when him go some money reach him gate now, tell me something, Canis. How you reaching him house? And that puzzle me out of everything. Remember, I'm saying go back for one car parts or whatever the case is. Alright, me could do the maths now. The man gone there was for car parts. Me I try to figure out how you come out of the car. Alright, bam. Me can't see a man come out come say, you know what? No me have an engine on the ground in the more help me put it in the car back. This is 100-odd pound girl. Me assume according to her picture then. See? No man now come out come ask 100-odd pound girl if you come lift up nothing heavy. Matter of fact, we lift up heavy things for woman. So how you reaching at the house according to the time of morning. Remember now, the thing I go on in the disease, And most people, they home. Most people are work from home. So if him a draw you out of the car, you would have raised an alarm. So my part will puzzle me out of everything is how you reach in the house. And if him a draw you out of the car and you raise an alarm, me not think Jamaica gets so sick and heartless that's nobody, male or female, would have sit a man there draw in him house and I say nothing. Me not think so. So the part that puzzle me the most is how you reach in a house and make that dirty scum of the earth, junk get for you. Where they are jail now and waste taxpayer money. Connie's boyfriend did actually, me say the text them. Where the man I say, I do not like Robert. Robert are the man who kill her. And she say, you have to give me a reason. And the man I say, yo, bold types. Me not like Robert and me not trust him. What about that you don't understand? See? And her reply was, I get myself to work in the mornings and I get home and this and that and ray. And my understanding from that reply was that she had tell him, say, listen, if you not want car to carry me at work and come pick me up, you can't tell me who to carry me. And you know how women stay already. When you are them man and you are trying to talk to them, especially about danger, all of a sudden them don't know the difference between concern and jealousy. And in often cases, that are the result. You lose your life. It puzzles me. Your death hurt me, you know. I don't want nobody mix up that. But this is just me trying to decipher what happened. Just like when I'm sure say our mother, everybody where they did right now, I'm sure say that the mother, how it happened. How this happened. Every time death go on, that are the first and only question for majority of the people mind. What happened? I'm feel it to me heart come have a daughter. And any boy ramp with that. You know, I say no more podcast and this and that. That done for. If police hold him, me I got jail. I mean I stop till me end up in a film jail. Remember me tell you that. No man ramp with none of my picking them. World War III. I mean I know if it did occur to anybody else. But that boy will kill a girl, you know. I know first him I do it, you know. Jamaica so backward and stupid. That's why you go watch TV and say serial killer of the people on TV. Remember, serial killer is not based on a place, you know. It's based in psychological defects. And that happened to everybody all over the world. So Jamaica, yes, Jamaica have enough serial killer. But we're not place no attention on them. And for the ladies them, this unrelated to Canis, left the old man them alone. Low the sugar daddy mentality. Because everybody just watch TV and just watch it go like the reality show them on want. Sugar daddy, honey daddy, all kind of daddy. But guess what you don't want? You don't want the beating and the murder will come with the sugar daddy them in often cases. Because guess what go on? Because most of them have an understanding with the sugar daddy. You know, say, yo, look, you're old. Me young. Me I tell you straight. Me just there with you. Most of them come with love and pretense. I want to make this man feel so young again and him just tell himself, so me feel like 25, you know. Because I'm wife old and just make him feel like him no matter. And you just bring out a fire in him when a normal. So you know what him do? Him start investing in you. Start sending you to school, start do all type of something for you. And then you know say you don't have no feelings to this man. And then up the line. I'll show you some of them girls are wicked. Up the line. She just find a next man when she thinks she comfortable enough from the sugar daddy. And I try to break it off. That is how most of them lose in life. Enough time the sugar daddy come and say, you know, hon, we're going to have to scale down a bit, you know, because the extravagant lifestyle that you're living, it's a bit much to support at this time because the bank has even called me, you know, and they're threatening to take away the Benz and The mortgage on the house is now in arrears. Then you see when she start hear the whole of them problem, then you know she do? Bail out. And some of them girls are so dumb, they would even take them time and take them out of the lion mouth. Them just drop it up, boom. And then often times when this man realize all of him do fear, for support a lifestyle of incessant greed and ever running needs, one switch just turn in the head, so. And the disappointment from the fact say was so dumb because men are ego-driven creatures. And him started himself saying, I'm so dumb, I couldn't believe that I never see her. She never want me. But if my life mash up, fair life I figure mash up too. And this is not me condoning this mentality. This is me telling you the reality of your actions. Stop use people. Me personally prefer the gunman who approach me and say, give me that chain there. More than the girl who approach me with love and pretense and take away everything when me have. Matter of fact, remember, when the girl approach you, she get way more than the one man who take away your chain. And after she get that and decides that she use you and a cut. Some girl will tell you so them use you. When you argue with them, they might tell you so them use you. But guess what? The only time something becomes wrong in this scenario is when the man murder the girl. Again, now I condone murder, but these things do happen. Stop being hypocrites. Alright. May I show you how the world. Woman enough is stop complaining on own the world, who not run the world. Stop complaining, stupid. See, when the 27-year-old woman did kill her granny, where was the uproar? But the man who killed Canis now, that's when it becomes murder. I'm going to tell you again, this is not me condoning when nobody do, but it's me comparing scenarios. And guess what? We don't have balance life for fear. If a man a murderer, a woman a murderer too. Women have done gruesome murders too. And if you ask me, that girl who kill her granny, she wicked and a man here. Because the granny related to her. But it just sweep under the mat. Because a female did the murder. You know, maybe the granny did trouble her. Maybe the granny did verbally abuse her. These are the dumb excuses we make once the crime is committed by a woman. Sick world. Me see from Canis dropout, seeing, me see an uproar on social media, especially from entertainers. See, everybody in them feelings and them a go on and them a leak out and them a go in a bag or something. See, alright, me not have no doubt say enough of the entertainer them will come out, genuine. Because trust me, the situation hurt me to the core. So me know how some of them feel, but me assure you that some of them artists are hypocrite. See? Where was the uproar when them kill one grandmother at St. Catherine with 2 picnic? When they never have no account. Where was the uproar when so much other woman dead in the same fashion and even more gruesome? You know what here, where was the uproar in 2007 when them kill my nephew and lick out every teeth? Killed by a stepfather. Where was the uproar? Matter of fact, where was even the support from my fellow entertainers? Where was the support? Most are not hypocrite. Everything when you do have your hype. Hype. See? Matter of fact, me I got more recent. They murder one police at Portmore. We're going to look for him, baby mother. They murder him. Gruesomely. Where is the uproar? I'm not hypocrite. Me think loss of life was the concern as to why no come out. But to reach a point now a man can murder police whenever do nobody done. And those people just quiet. Right after. Not before Canis, right after. And ironically, Portmore. Same way. So where is the support for this police with it? Most are not a hypocrite. This is not me saying nobody should feel some type of way for Canis, but me know, me confused. Like me I try to figure out why the uproar for some and the deafening silence for others. You're not a hypocrite, man. You're not hypocrisy a show. Fix it. Tuck it in. Alright. Final part of the show now. I'm going to talk to the Prime Minister respectfully. You know what I mean? I not do it like how I see some people do it. Because as a citizen of the country, I feel like I have a right for ask questions. Remember, you know, we as a citizen, are this enough people don't know, you know. All you know do a call government name and blame them. But you hold them accountable for nothing. So, me just feel like I have some questions now for ask on behalf of myself and the people. Some things when me want to know, some things when I see the people them ask. So, me have some questions for ask. The people are starting to feel as if you gravitate more towards the happenings on social media rather than actual leadership, rather than actual decision making. And I'm going to remind you again, this is not me now trying to say you're a big idiot or me questioning your leadership overall. But it's actually show you some areas where some weakness obviously in her right now. See? Alright. We see the vax come out and you decide your mindset. The people in your country should have taken the vax and thing and rate. But also me and enough other people see where whole heap of countries reject it based on health complications. And we've seen these things in credible news sources. So why is it a case where India now use something and them send it come for we test it? We are not elaborate. So just like how the rest of the world I watch it and I watch the one they use it and I watch the one they use it, why you not do the same thing? This thing shouldn't be forced on the people. We should have watched what I want first as it relates to health complications. I'm going to ask the soldier them claim if I even want to come out if something goes up. But the soldier them up at camp, how much of them take it and this and that, and I've seen no proof of that. So the people in my inbox regarding that, I don't really ever talk about nothing what I don't know. So if there's one soldier who knows that something did go on and can prove it, come out, come say it. The health of the people matter. You can't just tell everybody if you just do everything where the big man them tell you if you tell we if you do. And we know all the things set already. We know that most leaders for most countries have advisors. So every decision you make now must come from you. It can come from your advisor. But when your advisor tell you foolishness, you're supposed to know as a thinking man. Say if you reject certain things where the advisor tell you if it don't make no sense. If you are the leader, you lead. So when the advisor tell you foolishness, you read that man and say, yo, this can't work. Send them back to the drawing board. Advisors never get no vote. You got the votes. See? Alright. The lockdown, Mr. Prime Minister. All is good and well. We have to live up to the laws of the country. This is not me telling anybody if you broke the law. But that never me and I might style that. The latest measures as it relates to the curfew no make no sense. Because me think say the idea of the curfew that's being imposed is to avoid crowd. But if you name out any specific time, especially when you crunch it down so, and tell people say you only have that time you have to do this, everybody and their mama are going to reach at the specific place at the specific time, one time. And what that cause? Crowding. I thought the idea was to avoid crowds. But if you just pack up everybody in one little time frame, so one little box, and say this is the time we have, everybody got this at one time, you know. It come like one of the dumbest things I seen in my life. You got airport 6 feet apart, and when you reach in a plane, everybody at touch. The same thing. So really and truly, enough decision I make when I make no sense. With all due respect. See? And the next thing I'm going to talk about now. This is one of the reasons why the people them W the social media Prime Minister. Look on this. Remember, you know, everybody we call your name in a some type of way, like in disagreement, end up in a serious problem. And I understand that some of them disrespectful. And you can't have a country and disrespect the Prime Minister. That don't make no sense. People supposed to can express themselves with all due respect. See, and when we have a Prime Minister around the country, he should be respected, or she should be respected. Because one of the highest job in the land. And we have to respect the people we choose as we leader. So I understand why some of them find quick, so bam! As soon as them say, bro, them not say God. And them that in a cough go and I pay how much $1,000 fine, all $60,000 people are pay for fine. See? Alright. And the reason, look, you know, watch all the social media connect and people feel like it does live on social media and watch what go on, which is, we do understand that social media have valuable information at times. But majority of social media is not credible. And the same government may say I promote that as it relates to the vax. So we can't listen to social media because social media not credible. Depends on where you get the news from. It's not credible. But it becomes credible when somebody ramp with their name. One light just come in your life. Just start shining. Like when miracle go happen in a show. And he said, you know, I have the idea. People, we have the answers to this thing called crime that has been plaguing Jamaica for centuries. We have the answer finally. We don't look like such idiots anymore because I found the answer, and the answer is entertainers are the problem. And that's that alone left face. See, Mr. Prime Minister, sometimes the people feel like they use social media and catch at straws. See? Huh? See, Buju say something there, and the Spragga guy, him say something to you know. And let's do something about this. And the next day, just hear entertainers to be blamed for crime. Think deeper, Mr. Prime Minister. It's deeper than entertainer, everything. Jamaica has become a sore foot. We can't well so easy right now. Probably have got cut off the foot. Only way to fix it. That's what Jamaica head for. I could talk about the entertainer them now. I do agree, say, in a lot of cases, the song them the entertainer them sing, one curve. Some of them song they're sickening, are true. But I would not say entertainers are to be blamed for the high crime rate. I'm going to tell him, Mr. Prime Minister, all right, entertainers and crime. Cool. You have to first realize, say crime is a broad term. What is crime? Murder? Crime is not only murder. Crime also includes rapists, thief. I mean, not even going to talk about the whole heap of thief in a parliament. That has always been there. From the beginning of the Constitution, from the embryonic stages. Because Henry Morgan is a thief, pirate. And at this up, where Constitution start from. And them thief from Henry Morgan come right up till to the day. The facts that them come from Henry Morgan has become a culture for the politician them. The facts that them thief has been bred over and over and over. It's almost hereditary. Am I saying all of them are thief? Me don't know. But most of them are thief. In the Constitution. That's also a crime. Read this. I don't hear nobody talk about the rape culture in Jamaica have. We traumatize women them. I'm mad most of them. Enough girl you see in a clean clothes, a mad girl them. Enough boy where you see in a clean clothes like the one that kill a little girl at Portmore. Mad boy them. See? So crime is not just based on one thing or the other. Crime is not just murder, you know. Murder is just one of the main crime. But the other things are crimes just the less. So, The entertainer them response for everything. The entertainer them response to them woman here. We are dead. Me never hear an entertainer sing a rape song yet. Me never hear an entertainer sing a song say, man fi own woman and can't take rejection and murder them. I'm yet to hear that song. So crime, broad base. Don't just stuck it in a one little ear because some artists do some song where I say something where no make no sense. That has been happening from day one. Why now? All these violent songs have been singing for years. And some people understand them as just a song. And some people understand them as being influenced. Depends on how your mind set up. As I say, and put into planning. And put into action strategies that can actually help the country. Remember, it's a domino game, you know. If we play domino and me have the whole I six them, everybody play out everything with them have. And me have the last piece of six. Who win? I and I. But me ask him, Mr. Prime Minister, and block the game. Don't block the game. Actually sit down and make some plan. Strategize. Do things that make sense. See, alright. The people are of an opinion that you are very thin-skinned based on the fact say, when you are going to parliament, there is so much hurrah. But when you are criticized for being the prime minister and where you do or where you not do, you not take it too well. I expect dancehall artists for thin skin. Because of that I know about over the years. Them ego huge. We don't expect the prime minister for a country to be thin skinned in any way. We feel like so we can express ourselves. And as long as to me people, you see people express, see if you're not expressing yourself to the prime minister, expressing yourself with respect. I think that the problem we have. We can't just make it look like him out to get people either. We have to have understanding. If you don't disrespect the prime minister, he will feel some type of way and he will do something about it. Matter of fact, him now have to do nothing about it. The people and the police them will swear to uphold the law. I got to do something about it. And as it relates to crime now, the crime keeps rising in Jamaica because guess what going on? The minds of the youth. And you know what influenced the minds of the youth? External cultures that has been introduced to them by the internet. So now, if you think if you govern one country the hard 15, 20 years ago, try now. Your country is now subliminally controlled by other countries who benefits from the internet and the mentality that the internet promotes. So what do you think is going to happen? You can tell them you to put on gun when them see Lamborghini and good life and beer thing every day advertising at them eye and them get red eye. At the red eye generation this, you know. So crime I go hard for STEM. Because as when I tell you, Mr. Prime Minister, we need to reach the minds of the youth and we have to start investing in social programs where can make sense, where can reach them youth here. Where then we accept and we have to find a way for reculture and make people value them culture over anything. Remember, you know, if a baby born one way and you grow them one specific way and they create the mentality, the age from between 7 to I think 12, that is who you are, you know. But them youth here from 7 to 12 now, where them I learn? Foreign cultures. So we have lost our culture as it relates to a lot of things. Being Jamaican is not even a thing anymore. So guess what happened? Because of the internet, Mr. Prime Minister, we lose all of that. So guess what? You have an uphill battle and we do understand that. See? So when you tackle crime, you have to know say broad base. It's a lot of things that promote crime. Right now. And another thing when I talk about, Mr. Prime Minister, is this. Why you actually figure out a way and actually sit down and strategize and listen to advice that makes sense if you are being advised. Because you fall short in that area again. It's like you just a catch at straws. The waste of emergency. It no make no sense. If you put some police in some area, if you just stand up in them uniform and do intimidation. Or if you intimidate people who have bigger, better gun than police and soldier. Me and you know say the ways of emergency are intimidation. Intimidation strategies of a 10, 15 years ago when people did afraid of police and soldier. You know, so I go on to Jamaica. They meet make a mind for dead for the vanity where they want to achieve. So that's one other thing where you can look into. The waste of emergency makes no sense. We have to find another way. If it's even an addition to the state of emergency, we have to find. But the state of emergency alone can't work. Them youth have passed intimidation long time. And Mr. Prime Minister, as it relates to some of the people who have broke the rule, whether the curfew or whatever the case may be, I go ask you to look over the poor side. Before the pandemic arrived, poor people that suffer, you can imagine. Now, and all people really, when we see people do how them treat poor people all the while, is just judge the thing from the top. Nobody now look deep. A man at the street, they make a stall, or I try to sell to marina, or I sell some rag and him do something. And police come take away him things. And the man up on the road, and all him try to do is feed him family. Just like what you or me or anybody else would do. We do anything to feed our family. And not out there and just one broke the law. A lot of these people are suffering, Mr. Minister. They must suffer. And the only thing people notice is that they must broke the law. And you see them fight police. Nobody not show the part of the video. What the police do, in the afternoon times. You remember the video with the youth that defend the lady from the police? And attack him, and the police lick him and face the button. Instances like those. Me say another thing where the police them take a woman cat or a man, me don't know a fool cat. But the police just take with the cat and proudly walk with it. Not thinking. Say must send somebody else go feel so them now have no other option. Go feel say no. Them no have no, we not add to the mentality when you feed them for years. They don't have no other option. Crime. When them a criminal, problem. When them try a hustling, problem. What them for do? Listen, Mr. Prime Minister. Start, set up. When you strategize, you have to set up for the fallout of not just the rich, but for the poor also. Because if you leave the poor and not pay the poor, no mind. Them are going to always feel them to have no other option but to break the law. And this is just reality. Remember, them could talk about law. See? The first and most important law on earth is the first and only law as far as mankind is concerned, and it names self-preservation. No man now sit down and watch him pick them dead. Or no man now go sit down and just say, you know what, I'm poor, I'm hungry and just dead. Nobody now do that. If it come to the test, and one of my pick me want a heart, I'm going to lie down. I mean, you would have do the same thing. Should we be deemed as crazy if we do anything to save up picking them? Or when the poor man touch the road and broke the law, for save him picking them, him just an outcast, so just decide to break the law. And while we take our hearts from our chest and valiantly, bravely give it to our children for them live, we would have been hailed as heroes. But there's no difference. Because if you give away your life, law, nothing no matter, because you're dead. Right? That's how poor people feel. Poor people feel like them dead. So nothing way you do to them no matter. So if them have to touch the road illegally, to feed them youth, them are going to do it. Not everybody will break the law is a criminal. Some of them just poor and can't do better. Because let's not be hypocrites. If me have to broke the law, if me have two choices, if I broke the law or watch me youth dead, the law get fucked. So whole heap of things are contribute to crime. I mean, now condone crime in a no way. But we have to look into these areas. We have to trigger them. We have to trigger them. We are cause crime. What's the problem? Oh, we are going to help this. We are going to build this. We are going to do that. We are going to do false promises. And then guess what we do? We wonder why the people them always have a problem with the government. Because up until today, the government word as it relates to people, we help them for going up power, don't mean nothing. Am I saying there's no good politician? Yeah, politician that try to fulfill them promise. But that's not the mentality of the entire parliament. And you know that, sir. And these things that I'm saying right now is with all due respect. See? So, they may address my question. I did want to ask on behalf of the people, because I have enough of them in my inbox. So, I just represent the people right now and ask them questions. You see? So hopefully you take it for what it is. Constructive criticism. These are just some things when we see as a problem. And I just a little minute few me name out. The rest of it can't hold on no podcast at all. See? And just do good for the people. I not ask you for dash for the rich and turn to the poor. I not ask you for turn to the rich and dash for the poor. I ask you for deal with it. People. Always try to make sure that whatever decisions you make, balance. And yes, people, we have to understand, say, being a prime minister for any country is not a cakewalk. It's not an easy job. It's one of the toughest jobs in the world. Things what we want and things what we need now go happen overnight. But sometimes, Mr. Prime Minister, won't take too long. See? Come to the end of another My 2 Cents podcast. See? And as usual, you know me, I ask you to do. Support the merch. See? Support the brand. Support the movement. See? www.rebel13.net. See? And for all that hook up on the website and don't see the updated version of the merchandise, you can just simply follow me on Instagram. See? At Twin of Twins TU-LOX'S, at Rebel 13 Collections, you will see all of the new stock, all of the updated version, because sometimes the website not update as quick as much as you just throw something by Instagram. You understand that? So with that said, you know the thing go. Until the next episode, I'm TU-LOX'S the 876 Rebel, and this has been another great episode of the My 2 Cents podcast. Like, subscribe, share. Remember to subscribe, because the subscription important. And if you don't appreciate the content, be a part of the conversation. See? So until next time, boom, me there. See?